Hey everybody, one thing that I wanted to discuss with you that was kind of my first thinking whenever I came across Beachbody Coaching was that it was some type of pyramid type deal. So what I wanted to explain to you is how we are not a pyramid scheme. And I just wanted to kind of give you a comparison of how what Beachbody is relates to even a more corporate type business structure. So the Beachbody structure versus the corporate structure is what I'm going to show you on the screen. And here you'll see that at the very top, you're going to have your CEO. Under your CEO, you're going to have your president. Under your president, you're going to have your vice presidents. Under your vice presidents, you're going to have your regional managers, then your department managers. So you are never going to find your department managers ever going above or beyond anybody that is the regional manager, the VP, the president, or the CEO. It's not going to happen. You have to work your way up in order to accomplish being where the CEO is. And in the Beachbody structure, what you're going to find is you notice the person at the very bottom of this structure is showing that they're getting $1 million a year, where say the person at the top has $100,000 a year. So you kind of think, okay, how does that work? Well, with Beachbody, no matter where you sign up or who you are under, you can surpass that person above you. So I don't want you all to think that just because the person signed up underneath of you is very successful, the person that you sign underneath of is going to be extremely successful and rich off of it, because that person above you has to put in the work. I have already surpassed myself coaches that are actually signed up above me. My income has already surpassed them, and I am actually above them as far as income goes. And that's because I put in the work to really build my organization and build myself as a coach. So I wanted to kind of explain that and how it's very different than the corporate structure, because the corporate structure really is kind of a pyramid, because you're never going to surpass that CEO. Where in Beachbody, no matter where you're at in that organization, whether you're at the very bottom and somebody's at the very top, if they're not putting in the work, you can totally surpass them. So another image that I wanted to kind of look at, because I am a dental hygienist, is I'm going to do a little comparison with a dental office versus the Beachbody structure too. So it's kind of funny, because at the very top you're going to find your dentist or your owner, and then you're going to find your associate dentist. Then you're going to find your dental hygienist, which is going to be me. Then you're going to find your office managers, and then your assistants. So your assistants are never going to rise above the dentist. Me as a hygienist, I am never going to rise in income above the dentist. The only way that it's going to happen is if I basically kill myself working a ton of hours, which if anybody else does dental hygiene, you know that is very, very strenuous on us physically. So that wasn't for me. Or I was going to have to turn around and go back to school and do more schooling in order to be a dentist or to be a specialist. And for me, neither of those were going to happen, because I wanted to cut my hours. I didn't want to go back and work more or go back to school, because I want to spend time with my family. So I kind of found myself in a rut and just kind of stuck at this position that I was at. And then this is where kind of Beachbody came into play, and I'm now the CEO of my own business, and I'm in control, and I can take it to where I want to take it, and I can rise above all the coaches that are signed up above me if I wanted to. So a lot of times, what people don't understand is in a pyramid, you basically, anybody underneath of you is getting all of that money, and it all goes up to the top. In Beachbody, that is not going to happen. It does not all rise up to the top. Unless you are putting in the work yourself, the person in underneath you can surpass you. Coaches that go in underneath of me, you guys could skyrocket above me if you wanted to. If your organization really grew and I stopped growing my organization or I stopped putting in the work, you guys are going to go so much far and further and beyond than I can. I mean, it's all about putting in the work. So I just wanted to explain that because I think everybody kind of gets in their head that this is some type of pyramid deal, when in reality, the corporate world is more of a pyramid than what Beachbody even is. So if you guys have any questions more on that, just let me know. I thought that these little structures, kind of looking at them both, might help. And I really thought it was kind of funny to kind of do a dental office because this really relates to me, seeing that as a hygienist, it's right. I'm never going to rise above the dentist unless I went back to school or I worked 7 days a week for 12 hours each day. Not going to happen.